editorial writing. Remember where we stopped last time? It was all about what? Where we stopped last time. Teresa, remind us where we stopped last time? Techniques for what? Again? Propaganda. I remember we are doing something about something different on that. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's go on something on even if we will be repeating ourselves, doesn't matter, because we need to really understand this. The editorial page, this one will require beaming over there because there are some pictures that will be interesting for you. But let's go to meaning of editing, like in editorial, okay? Because once you have done your editorial, it has to be editing, okay? So, even during exams, please, whatever we do, let's edit our work. So today, before you go get your papers, okay? I've entered for you. I'm still entering for Chisomo. Chisomo, we must meet. It's okay? Must talk. Okay. For you, your papers are ready. Okay? Okay. So, editing is a child of necessity for every journalistic write-up. Guys, if you cannot edit your work, in fact, from next week, we will be having sessions every Wednesday afternoon for English sessions to improve our English. It's compulsory. Every journalist will be there. If other departments are interested, they should come, okay? But from today is what? Wednesday, isn't it? But next week, every Wednesday, we'll be having English for academic writing, for journalistic writing, and for everyday language. We'll be having in the boardroom or whichever room would be free by that time. So news, features, editorials, etc. often go through editing to make them more understandable and readable. As a corporate expression of voice of a media establishment, an editorial cannot afford to be written with grammatical, factual, or typographical errors. Okay? So the editing is very important. Don't just write and go. Okay? So what's the meaning of editing? When we say editing, what do we mean? Check page 90 of that document. So what's the meaning of editing? In a layman's language, when we say layman's language, language which anybody can understand, okay? In layman's language, to edit a copy simply means to correct errors, okay? Particularly grammatical mistakes, so as to make the material or copy understandable and acceptable to the generality of the reading public. So let's ensure that we will have that grasp for grammar, tenses, punctuations. These are basic things. Now, if you don't know a tense today, which tense is future tense, past tense, present tense, conditional tense, past perfect tense, continuous tense, future continuous tense, past continuous tense. When to use them? Reading, read them, understand. Otherwise, if you don't understand this, it means you don't have the tools to use, the basic tools to use as a journalist. Tumvana? Chizungu. And you don't understand the English in a day. But be interested, as I said, please, if your English is not good enough, you can even go and start reading primary school books. Grammar, young primary, go and read it. Right? Again, my book, my young sisters and young brothers. If that's too difficult, start from Zagunkaka. I'm serious. Because some of the things can be a bit irritating if somebody cannot tell about such level. Have an interest. Have an interest in that. Go and watch cartoons. Children cartoons. Relate English. Writing skills. Because if there are certain basics which were supposed to be understood in primary school or baby class, go and read them. But because now you're mature enough, the baby class, you just read for an hour or marry the course your syllabus, isn't it? Standard 1 and 2, so you were learning for 2 years. Because you missed them, but now you're mature, you can read and understand them within a month. Zag primary, and then with the English primary, you have read and understood within 3 or 6 months, you're over. You go to your secondary school level. Remind yourself for those clauses. What are clauses? Prepositions, conjunctions. Where to put a full stop? You cannot just write a sentence. The whole, don't even know where to put a full stop. Where to put a comma. Where to start with a capital letter. How to use verb noun relations. Grace eats Sima, not Grace eats Sima. They eat Sima, not they eat. Not they will eat Sima yesterday. I just know that this guy is lost. Okay? These are the things we read in your assignments, right? Sometimes you write them by mistake. So edit, that's why you say edit. So in a layman's language, that's correcting the grammatical errors. Okay? Editing is the elimination of unwanted materials from a copy to make the copy more readable and understandable to the readers. Okay, so this is Crowell, what he says. He says that editors look over reporters' work to be sure that it is written so that the people can understand it. That it is in... Okay, my goodness me. Just a moment, guys. So the idea is, what we are writing, you are writing something that is in good order, can be understood, because it can be irritating. When you read, Kizungu cha muntu wa third year, mbona ngati Kizungu chako chani? Chakunkaka. Olwina waje mwiba anango abalembo mini basi kuyenda ogamba ndi kuyenda de cholembera chima yeah guys let's be serious. Let's be very, very serious with this. Don't want to finish, Okay. Okay. So, when you write your work at this level, third year, you must be people ready to go in the market. You must be people ready. We never did. Chisomo, I would be able to get a connection. Talembanya, story in the Chito Iribu. People should take your work and be able to say, no, what's a dear one? In the past, I think I work from followers. Remember, it's interest in it. This time in class, We're just trying to work on your interest, self-interest. There's nothing new that will give you apart from yourselves. The writing should be in you. And every day try to write something. Every day. But if you think somehow by chance, after 4 years, you'll be a good writer, it doesn't happen like that. No. Did I share the parliamentary thing? The document, your parliament. Did I share? I didn't share. Let me share that document next week. My stories, our parliament, right? Where we went. Write an editorial on those. I'll share you the Hansard when we went to parliament. Okay. Grace, you are Grace, you are not yet joined us, but that does not preclude you from participating in this. Okay. So every week I will need you to be writing 2 stories. The debate my story. Next week, 2 stories or editorials. We'll debate here. Check the English. Critique. Okay? What is Kizungu chimenechi? Angatile manacho nchito. Mutazina kutemba Kizungu chanji chimenechi. Kapena tiambilezo first year. Because ngati nyama sina apye, you don't have to eat it. What do we do it? We bring it back to the kitchen, isn't it? Yeah. So, ngati nyama ifuna kupya for 2 hours, and nyama yopika for 10 minutes. Ingapye? So sometimes you feel ababa ineyo, we be the 4th year, ntaya ya chepa. Mendirimo ineyo, I think ndibwereze. Or ndibide 2nd year or 3rd year, I should understand some of the things. Okay. So, this good laptop of mine normally jams. So I'll share you that one. But I sent it I didn't send it on the group of. I didn't send it. I have sent it. So in editing process, spelling mistakes. There are so many spelling mistakes. Poor sentence construction. Bad syntaxes. Relationship between words, right? And non-sequential paragraphs are rearranged to make the entire copy more readable and understood. Have you seen that part? Check on page 20, going down. Or this editorial document. The editing process is about. Yeah, those pages, yeah, not your phone pages. I always say that, isn't it? Those pages, sorry, page 91 rather, so guys, I'm thinking about something else. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for that, Oh, that's why you wouldn't get it, Okay. Thank you so much for asking that, Yeah. So look at bad syntax. So when we say spelling mistakes, this is obvious. Should we be learning spellings at 3rd year? So what is this spelling? With Google all over, you have these phones. Please cut time out of social media. Make sure that you use your internet effectively. You are very young people. The market is waiting for you to contribute. Not when you go out there and say, that's not interesting to us. We need you guys to go out there. Be capable. So we are also mindful that if you go out there and people are saying, that means we're also putting in jeopardy the name of the school, isn't it? So there are things to protect. We want you to have that knowledge and show you have the knowledge. So that you can be role models for others. And for this to be attained, you have to do 100% of your part. When you come from your homes or hostels and you think you're going to learn something new here, Most of the work is within yourself at this level. Okay? For example, when we say spellings, we not be sitting here and say, tell you spellings over. Poor sentence construction. I didn't went at it. What is there? The prepositions are there. This way, the past tense going there, the place. Nothing makes sense. Bad syntax. No relationship between what you say in the sentences. The words, the combination of words. And paragraphs. If you talk about paragraph, you're talking about ethics. Paragraph, you're talking about something totally different. You're talking about something totally unrelated. The paragraph must be sequential. Abandoning nice. Peda unaweza za saloni, weka unaweza kununua za chiwaya. Saloni mene ndiyo kongola. Kwa singafana ndi chiwaya chapa. How do you compare saloni ndi chiwaya? You're comparing saloon and the gypsies. Malawi is a beautiful country. But you know what? I want to have a diploma in education. What are you talking about? Don't get disoriented. Okay? So, when editing, a more comprehensive form of editing involves, there must be accuracy. So that means you get facts right, okay? Coherence is flowing. It is, you can tell from this point to this point. It's organized, well organized. Conciseness. A is concise, it is to the point. You don't beat about the bush. It's simplicity. You're not there to impress somebody with big language. If you use AI, I just know about you. I don't know AI, artificial intelligence, because I know your language. And by the way, when you use AI, you are saying, I am very stupid, I can't think, let something think for me. And that's not even education. In the end, we may buy, because maybe we haven't noticed it, it passes, and you start celebrating. What are you celebrating? You're celebrating that I'm a great thief. I'm a great thief, and that will continue. At the end, we can workshop report AI, which do you think that doesn't make sense? Okay, so you can see that these are standing for ACCCS: accuracy, coherence, conciseness, simplicity. What does each of these mean? Accuracy in copy editing means the quality or the state of the editor being precise or exact in terms of name calling and or data presentation in the news. Coherence. A copy editing simply means the conditions or the state of putting the logically integrated, consistent, sequential, for better comprehension by the potential readers, viewers, and listeners. So, integrated, consistent. You know what you're talking about. The next, you are talking about swimming. And then you change about there, you're talking about politics elsewhere. In the same. Aye. Okay, sequential, flow in, that should be in order. Okay, that's for better comprehension. And clarity in the copy editing relates to the state of the copy being free from ambiguities. So let me ask, what does this person, what was he looking for? No. Okay. Either in terms of choice of words, sentence construction, paragraphing, and others. So you go, for example, to Google, sentence construction. Read, understand. If it gives you chapter, get part-time teachers out there for English, isn't it? As you put on Jizu. Even come and advance your level of English. Eh? Look for part-time teachers. I was a consistent. I can urge you to do that. Eh? Go and learn English, writing skills. Eh? Conciseness, there is no room for verbosity or circumlocution. What it means is, in co-editing, remember so many words without any meaning, or meaning being redundant. No. So, there is no room for that. By conciseness in copy editing, we mean the state of condition of putting your copy brief and straight to the point. Okay. And then simplicity, by simplicity, what do we mean? Simplicity in copy editing refers to state of your copy being free from grammatical intricacy, complexity, embellishments, and unnecessary elegance. So you copy, or your copy must be plainly written and presented in a way to be plainly understood. Okay. So it's about reading. The English, for example, which I speak today, which I write today, is English which has accumulated over years, isn't it? Through reading, interaction with people, and others. And then you should also practice English in class. If you can understand this material, go and read and ask others. Always learn something new. Yeah. Goodness. So our language must be good. Language, grammar, sentence construction. Please. So there are three main functions of the copy desk. That is to say, okay. So copy editing. Excuse me, I've missed something here. Okay. So copy editing, according to Arkham, so this is copy editing. Now we're talking about you're editing the copy, isn't it? Itself. That copy must be edited. What is it? It's copy editing. It's news editing or copy editing. A copywriter, he insists, must be versed in what is written about, an expert in language use, and flexible and tolerant person capable of appreciating values in work of others. So you are called to say, hey, Grace, she went to university. Can you help us to edit this copy, isn't it? Or you will be copy editing at our workplace. Because you have the language, you understand the substance. Okay? So you have to have an expert in language and flexible and tolerant person capable of. Tolerance means you can be too tough. Even if it is correct, you want your own. Sometimes I have to let Teresa's language pass, isn't it? Because that's her art. Right? If I know it's grammatically correct, it flows well, it's fine. I don't say, replace this word and this one. I don't have to be, that's what they mean by being flexible. But an expert in language. But then you have to make your work, you have to be creative. The creative function is needed there. What it means? Make sure the copy is attractive enough. Something new is in it there. You have to be creative. That's creative function. Managerial function. So how do you manage the writer? Ready? To help them bring out the best out of the writer. And policing function. Are they doing exactly what we want to? Okay. So, the removal of unwanted materials from an editorial or opinion piece with a view to making it clear and understandable to readers is known as editing the editorial. Okay? In some newspapers, the features editor serves as the editorial page editor, while in others, the chairman of the editorial board takes responsibility for the editing task. Need for editing? Yeah. Editing is done for a number of reasons. Looking at the rationale for editing from the perspective of a copy editor's job, enumerates the following things which he said. So these are the things. The editor must eliminate errors of spelling, grammar, and sentence structures. Mungaziziwe imweyo. You must know that, isn't it? We must know that spelling, grammar, and sentences is a serious meaning, right? So I'll give you some work to edit. Edit? And yes. Can you edit this work? I'll type there. Where is it? I'll type and send you to the emails. I don't tell you where you got it. I want you to edit that. He must or she must be conscious of tests. Tests, the language says T-A-S-T-E, not test as a good, right? But that is test. This language is tasteless. That's tasteless. Style. Grace, the way she writes, will not be the same way Teresa writes, not be the same way Chisomo writes, isn't it? You are different. Even if whatever we try, you'll still be different. Right? But there is something like house style. Ifeyo, Gamayemba, follow the following style. Eh? Maybe they will tell you, start with attacking, okay? Then go with evidence, then go with solution. Okay? Some say start with problem, evidence, attack, solution. Eh? Attack can be opposite, can be praise. Okay? The main editorials are praise editorials. You know that, eh? Yeah. The editorialist must also guard against unwarranted reportorial bias, verbosity, repetition, incongruent, wearisome details, overlooked facts, resilient statements, and advertising in disguise. These terms, we must understand them. We must be conscious of what we are sharing in class. I will know that this guy understood something in class if I see this incorporated in your assignments, and well explained. Okay? So, verbosity. Too much use of words unnecessarily. Repetition. You say it again and again until it loses its, like chewing gum. You have over-chewed it, it's no longer. But when chewing gum, it's useless. Where are some details? Too many details. Some of this can save for tomorrow. Take the details that are most relevant at that particular part. Overlooked facts. Talking about zero statements, going overboard, overemphasis, overpraise, overattack. I mean, I just I would never want to see that one again before my eyes. That's right. Or example. But I've never seen a girl like you. Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Okay. So capturing the desirability and inevitability of editing, this writer observes that editing requires the editor or sub-editor to eliminate all defamatory statements, which can lead to the paper being sued for libel. Okay. Editing, according to him, is also done to ensure brevity, clarity, and readability. Kodi mwalembazi, satengera zo kukoti zimene ezi, okay? Yeah. Editing is also done in its view to ensure that the stories conform to the paper's style guide. So you know other nation, amalemba bwanji. This is times. How do they write here? Okay? So they must be able to conform to the style of the. No, we learned in school that we should write an editorial like this one. Yes, that is true. But this is the nation, isn't it? This is the Daily Times. That's how we write. So you must be able to adjust. Don't stick to what you have learned in class alone. What you have learned in class is a starting step. Eh? You understand this? Remember this? Okay? Okay. It is important to know only when, so what we are saying that editing according is also done to ensure brevity, clarity, readability of copy. And style. So editing, it is important to know not only when a change in copy should be made, but also why that change should be made. Okay? So good editing according to, this is Basket, or 1992, depends on the exercise of good judgment. So they describe the copy editor as a diamond cutter who shines and polishes, removes the flaws, and shapes the stone into a gem for the editor's job they submit. So a diamond cutter, put diamond aware uchayo, ndekuti plan sheet, right? There has been some job to do, right? So the editor searches for flaws and inaccuracies and prunes the useless, the unnecessary qualifiers, and the redundancies. Right? The editor adds movement to the story by substituting active verbs for passive ones. Specific for generalities. This Sima was eaten by Grace. I said, no. Grace ate Sima, isn't it? Once you start writing in passive voices, just know you are losing. You are losing. Somebody said, you should sentences that kind of no. These sentences should be tight enough. But make sure that one idea at a time. Not so many ands in one problem. And. Huh? How many ands are there? Editing is also needed to establish facts in the story. For example, it is an established fact that the president of Nigeria, Alhaji Muhammad Yar'Adua, little amount of factual error is one refers to the country's president as Alhaji Sheikh. This is because Muhammad Sheikh is the president. Anyway, I don't know, the president of Malawi, Professor Gertrude Mutale. Remember Peter Nalabita? Oh, sorry, the former president. I don't know myself, right? But that's the president we know he's an old man, but also a human being and naked. But we're talking about I need to do that one, or put in a story, and that story is published. That's the film. And then this is about using the emotion. You don't feel to be journalist. Editing is also needed to establish facts. So, the other one, the duties of an editor. Duties of an editor can be as follows. Editor is the conscious. Conscious, not concerned. The conscious of the writer. He should or she should approach every story with challenges if it needs the newspaper standard. It is his duty to know every story he edits. The editor should, when time allows, read the story from top to bottom before making changes. It is important to understand what the writer is trying to. For example, everybody, I the name is just start doing this one of changing. No. Having read the story through, the editor can remove weight, work grammar, smooth sentence flow, and do other things that make the story more easy to the reader. So the editor must make sure that questions are answered. If she has questions, then the reader will. The editor can attempt to find answers and make sure to the story. That is to say, what that means that if I read your copy, I don't understand. So those are questions, isn't it? So let's iron those areas out so that the reader, because once I find questions, I find where it's not making sense. The reader is likely to find the same challenges. So it's up to the editor now to iron out those obstacles. There is more to editing than making a story read smoothly. The editor must just satisfy himself that the story is fair, that both sides of an issue are presented. That is, if a person accuses another in a court, the accused gets a chance to reply that the topics mentioned in the abstracts are brought to specific, and that there are no unanswered questions. So it's fairness in that, isn't it? Oh, we have a why that person should also answer that. The editor need not to be a great writer to work efficiently. He should be able to organize good writing when he sees it. So he should know when an adjective is performing an important job and when it's clutter. Adjective here. Then this is very, very important. They will not be there. Very, that's just spoken, Very, very important. I remember this. Story. Yeah. So a good editor has love for the language. He is tuned to subtle rhythms or the awesome power of combination of words. He should edit by sound, listen by good writing. He should edit by sound, should be edited and it should be sound, and listen for good writing. What does it matter, guys? that has love for the language. He is tuned to subtle rhythms with awesome power of combination of words. He enjoys it like language, like music. Some of you like music? Oh, you like music? You sing? You dance? What do you do in music? Just listen. Yeah, that's nice. Just as stress like that, I don't know. You like dancing today? You like music? So the way you listen to the music, whether you're young, like the choir, the way you enjoy it. I have good, I've been Mozart. Me, I like music, I like that. The way you should learn language like that. Okay? So a computer is supposed to possess some basic qualities of the purpose if the purpose of it is to be achieved. Okay? So the class are not produced. You wouldn't know the second guy. Oh, this is new. Oh, it's happening there. This is nothing. When you're playing, what are you writing about? I know. I think what wrong with was given a seventh role. So he must be sociable and creative. For me, what was it called? What was it called? I don't know. When I move, maybe I'm going to church or church and back home. Oh, so you be ready. I'm being up. Oh, you mix with friends? No, I choose friends. I like those who are quiet. You are not a journalist there. Maybe you must go at a very good sister or something. Something like that. Huh? You must socialize. We will socialize, say, go and drink beer and smoke ganja. Don't do that. Don't go out there and do things that are necessary. No. It's simply mixing with people, learning about other people's lives. Go out like this. Yeah. Go in the cocktails. Yeah. But avoid bad company. Doesn't mean go out there and be in bad company. Yeah? No. Just listen. Yeah? Behave. Yeah? Change myself, out, chat with friends, share things. Yeah? At school. What's that going on? What's going on? Alright. So, he must have a mastery of etching symbols. It's like guys. Today, we don't need any symbol. We etch with electronic symbols. Of course, they're there, but we have etching kits on the in Word. Eh? You can put comments, do this. You can use tracking reviews, gives you tracking instructions. You can use that. But then, on the other hand, you have to have a copy here. But then, it doesn't need a computer. You must have a master of the language in which etching is done. I writing teacher, eh? Where is it to book? You know that. Yeah? Okay, within Latvia, you know how to edit. Okay? So he must be research oriented. Now, also, he is interested in research, not just bring things off the top of the head, say, not this, not that. Should have evidence, hard evidence based on research. He must be patient and ready to to thoroughly read other people's works. He must be patient and ready. Read other people's works, isn't it? He must have initiative. She must be proactive and a trained tracker. What is happening? What is happening out there? What is happening in the outside me? What is it? So if I ask you, do you know where China is? No, I don't. Huh? Now the one around you. Let us experience that. Huh? Have you ever heard of North Korea, guys? So where is North Korea? I've never heard about Burundi. Heard about Burundi? Burundi. Where is Burundi? Don't be too narrow, guys. There is where is Burundi? But Burundi, yeah. But how much together? Yes, is Burundi a country or a religion or a Bible? Bible. Or is it a cow? No, she's asking me. As in a country. There's a cat and a rat. Continue to listen.
You mean which country is it? Not country.
You see that? You see?
Which continent?
But tell me where about. What can you tell me? Then is it Mars? Is it the moon?
It's in.
Eh? You think it's Africa? Which part of Africa? Eh? Eh? South Africa. Which other country are in South Africa? You see, guys, expand your world. Eh? But if you want to know who go do? Nigerians. You want to know Big Brother. What do you mean there? Just waste of time. Read. Big Brother, oh, people going to. The reason you come from watching Big Brother just so that you have subtracted from 10% of your vision. You're becoming a zombie. It doesn't count. Right? I've never seen somebody be Greek because of watching Big Brother. Nigerian films watching for 3, 6, 7 hours. You find somebody has a dog for 40 years in a film. How can a dog live for 40 years? Huh? And 40 years later, he still have a dog here. The same dog. And you say, if you remember the best, follow the 40 years, you think, what is all of it? Ghosts. You see ghosts running away from vehicles. Which ghost is that? Those things are not like there's no tragedy actually. So you must be research oriented. Go out there. What's the go to the zoo? Come back to the zoo. Okay. editor must understand the paper's philosophy and policy and perform his tasks within the purview. Yes. Well, let's say yes, but where you're going to employ the also have any policies. Editing of the editorial page should be carried out in a consonance with the newspaper's house style. I'm not going to name house style, but it is the same approach. So errors of fact, syntax, libel, and logic should be well taken care of while editing the editorial. The editorial page editor should always carry out his task with regard to deadline and must ensure that editing is done with a view to having an edge over competition videos. Wow, there we are. Okay, any question there, guys? So this must wait. So I think we move. Okay, so move. Go get an English teacher. Understand this. From today, go get a secondary school English teacher. I'm very serious about this. Most of the time, we're going to get secondary school. English. Don't bring us that garbage. Guys. The person can say, I'll push them. What's that for jokers? I'll push them, which is easy to do. And I need you to the segments you did. The kind of person me, was it up in the way? I'm very serious. Okay, let me back to my people first. I don't care about deadlines. What I care is something good. It's not your fault, It's my fault. We need something. Take an assignment, training. What was your issue? Share. Put his many from his many C. I'll put say if I in C, child. We move on. It's not why would you give your assignment to do at home? We want you to ask other people something. So you wake up. Don't stress yourself about it. Then that's how we learn. I mean, no, this is not English. So what I can see, some of the things you write is not even English. Maybe it is. Okay, let's move on to the next. The differences between print and broadcast media editorials. Of course, here we should not like be shooting ourselves in the foot. What are we saying? We say editorials are for print media, okay? But they can also be done in broadcast media, okay? So, let me read this. Editorials generally, whether print or broadcast, perform different functions. They inform, educate, and entertain the audience. Some editorials support policies, others attack, right? While others amuse or amaze these readers or listeners. The college is example you copy, you know, Malaya or the college somewhere. They flow, I will tell. Usually over the other meaning, what the meaning of that? What is it music? No, I know. I would say because Teresa is news. Teresa is no, the way they contextualize, isn't it? Okay. So they inform, educate, and entertain the audience. So materials support policies that are attacked. So materials perform the role of eliminating the day's intelligence, and others defend the underdogs, depending on their mission. So this you need. This next thing we're discussing So what value of editorial? The value of editorials can be appreciated from the standpoint of the roles they play in society. We haven't really got the core issue. So to be a supportive role or attacking an idea, issue of policy. So materials demystify complex issues and dissect them or dissect them rather to the understanding of the audience. So editorials are right to support, can try to defend, can try to attack an idea or an issue on the policy. Okay? So materials demystify a complex issue. There are complex issues that they not looking at all this mystic. Mystic meaning something you look about to be demystified, it's no longer a myth. Writing on the value of editorials, these are the writers of Wilson in 2000. Said the editorial gives the media organization an opportunity to present its policies and beliefs without dwelling in the background with stories. These stories with basic statements. Okay. So you accept, you go to the point without the same story that we had stories where we parallel, you try to put my biases, you try to balance. Okay? So media organization can use the medium of editorial to campaign for or against the cause. They do this by using every opportunity to present the point. By so doing, they serve as gatekeepers and agenda setters. They decide what information to transmit, the direction, how much emphasis to give the issue, and the discussion. And here also, the relevance of an issue depends on how it is handled by the mass media. Amplifying the agenda, setting function of the media, the mass communication experts observe that if the news media discuss an issue, then it is important. If they are silent about it, then the issue is not important. Of course. I don't know why silent about some example. Remember, this question has been done before. I don't know someone in my business. We didn't ask to it means to them, those things are not important. Yeah? But then, not that they are not important. Sometimes they are not important to journalism. And people want to know about it. They want to hear about it. They want to read about it. It's important. If that number is growing and journalism observe that, they will take it on board. So sometimes the push can come from the community itself, from the audience, what they like. Okay? The depth and dimension of the reported event determines the dimension and value of an editorial. The depth and dimension. How deep, how it goes out, how wide is it? Differences between print and broadcast editorials. Wow. The question at stake is, can a broadcast media editorialize? In other words, can broadcast media write an editorial? That's the question. That question can be answered, yes, that's in the Nigeria. Oh, this is really from Nigeria. However, in the American context, many broadcast editorials were powered by the American Communication Background that broadcasters cannot be advocates. Okay. So, America, editorials, who's the editorials like advocating? More global media, print media does it. Even broadcast media, we do it. Okay. So here, it's important to know why it was not allowed, like broadcast stations like in America. This is Walter Emery in his book Broadcasting and Government, Responsibilities and Distribution, 2000 pages to justify the above premise. It is clear that responsibility for the conduct of a broadcaster station must rest initially in the broadcaster. It is equally clear that with the elimination of the frequencies